there's somebody out there who will tell you the market for solutions has become so saturated with AI, and I think it's a good thing. It can be a bad thing too, but in this respect, it's a good thing is go online and find a solution that does or works in the space that you want to learn more about and ask for a demo, right? That account executive is so excited to have a conversation with you. They're going to tell you about their product, but they're also going to teach you enough about that space to learn knowledge. And, without calling it a formal RFP, you can have your own lineup of 5 or 6 demos and learn enough about this space or those products or those solutions or how things work to help you start your process. So there's really plenty of options to get the knowledge that you might be lacking or the confidence to start if you don't have it just yet to reinforce what you already think.
I 100% agree. We use AI for many different things. Always say it is a solution to the blank page problem, right? You can always give it some thought. I actually dictate to it and talk and empty my brain out to it. I think this, I want that, I want this. Give me some thoughts. And sometimes I say, give me 10 different thoughts or 5 different thoughts of what I could do. And it gives me that. We're going to talk about AI a little bit more. But before that, I want to get to you did this growing with 100-person staff across 8 business lines. You also experienced different executive transitions. I've been in companies where leadership has changed several times, and it always makes a disruption in what's going on. Sometimes people will say, "Oh, well, let's wait and see what they're going to want and do." And it just puts the brakes on things. How do you transition and keep your team busy and focused?
I mean, I think you have to focus on alignment. And even though individuals change, the people in the role change. For me, alignment isn't necessarily the journey to an end. Alignment is simply aligning on the end result. Like our goal is X or Y, whatever it may be. That doesn't really change even when leaders change or executives change. Now, they might change a little bit. They might have a preference of that goal's too easy. We should make it tougher, or this is a new priority. But basically, those things are set at the start of the year, end of the year, and you continue to work through them quarterly. What does change is the approach. I think that's what can be really difficult for anybody, right? Whether it's a frontline rep in my customer service world at a new supervisor, a new manager, or a new senior manager, or a new director. I think this team in this new company felt it when I was brought over. I was a very different leader than the one they had before. And you can't always control what type of leader you're going to get. I try to take lessons of the past and incorporate them into how I come in as a new leader and try not to cause too much disruption in the first 1 to 3 months. Do a lot of listening, a lot of observing. And I try to hold my new leaders to that standard, but also I think at my level, at a director level, I've practiced the skill set of being flexible, not just to my direct reports and indirect reports, but also in the way I manage up. So I try to give new leaders grace, especially in a company that moves as fast as the one I'm at now. Things are changing all the time. So it's like drinking from a fire hose. I know that's cliche to say, but it really does feel that way, even when you've been here for a while. So some leaders at a VP level for me are a little more hands off and saying, I've got this other job to do. So I'm trusting you to do your job. As long as everything's going well, I'll leave you alone. And others want to be very supportive and hands on and want to know all the things that I know and all the things that my senior managers know. So we all have our own ways of working. I probably work best with someone saying, here's your goal, get it done, and let me know if you need anything along the way. But I've learned to really embrace change. I've read a book a long time ago called Who Moved My Cheese. I'm sure a lot of people have read it. That's a good book to give you a guide on why being able to incorporate change makes your life easier and leads to more success. But it can be really challenging. So I think it's important to be honest with whatever leader it is that you have as they change to make sure you let them know how you work best, how you communicate best, and your preferred style, and find some middle ground, especially when you have two contrasting styles. Find a way to meet in the middle, and you're not always going to get everything that you want. But if you can forge a path forward that lets both of you work in the best way possible, good things will happen.